Good evening, everyone. Can you see and hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm your teacher for today. My name is Denise Bernardo. So before we start, may I remind the secretary to please check the attendance?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. So last time, we have discussed present progressive affirmative, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I want you to look at these examples and kindly read it. Yes, ma'am. Can you read it?
All the four sentences, ma'am.
Yes.
I am cooking sinigang. Bea is writing script. The kittens are sleeping. It is raining outside.
Okay. So what are these examples? Anyone?
These are examples of present progressive tense, ma'am.
Okay. How can we say so? That these are the present progressive sentences.
Ma'am, because the following sentences are situations that are happening now.
Correct. So thank you. Again, when we say present progressive affirmative, it indicates that the action is happening in the moment of speaking and suggests action that is going to happen in the future. So next. So let's practice. I want you to transform the sentences that I will present to you into present progressive form, okay? So who wants to try this?
I volunteer, ma'am.
Number 1. Yes, ma'am.
I tie my shoelace. I am tying my shoelace.
And then. So, what made you think it's right?
Ma'am, because last time
I
it
am
was
tying this right.
yes, because last time, it was mentioned that if the verb ends in ie, we should change it to y before adding ing. And I added to the verb am in accordance to its rule and make it in present progressive form.
Very good. Thank you, Mayan. Let's move on to number 2. Yeah.
I volunteer, ma'am.
Yes, Aileen.
I drink coffee.
Go ahead.
I am drinking coffee.
Okay, so why don't you think it's supposed to be like that?
I added ing to the verb drink to make it in the present form.
Very nice. So next, number 3. Anyone? Who would like to volunteer?
I volunteer, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
He eat now. He is eating.
Correct.
And I answer that because they both tells that he is eating right now. But I think it's grammatically correct if we just change the verb eat into eating.
Correct. So next, number 4. Anyone?
I volunteer, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead.
They watch a film. They watch a film. They are watching a film. For this example,
Correct.
I just added ing to the verb watch to indicate that it's an ongoing action and to make it in the present progressive form.
Wonderful. So next, for the last number, who
I
wants to
volunteer, ma'am.
volunteer?
I volunteer
Okay,
po.
go ahead.
So the sentence is, I become better in arts. And the right answer, I think, is I am becoming better in arts. Because just like earlier, we add ing to verb to make it in the present form. So I added ing to the verb because verb become.
Okay, that's correct. Thank you. So now let's have our activity. So I'd like to call this activity use it because as it states in the direction, you'll need to use the words below to make sentences in present progressive form. So who would like to answer number 1? Read and answer.
I volunteer, ma'am.
Go ahead.
She listen. She to listen to music. I think the correct answer is she is listening to music.
Correct. Next, number 2.
I volunteer, ma'am.
Yes.
They to play a game. The answer is they are playing a game.
Nice. Next, number 3.
I volunteer, ma'am. The sentence is
Okay.
the puppies to sleep on the sofa. I think the answer is the puppies are sleeping on the sofa.
Okay, let's see. Correct. So, number 4. Would like to answer.
I volunteer, ma'am. The sentence is I to read a comic book. The answer is I am reading a comic book.
Let's see if it's correct. Yeah. Next, for the last number.
I volunteer, ma'am.
Okay.
So the sentence is it to snow. So I think the right answer is it is snowing outside.
That's correct. So now, to test if you really understand our lesson, I want you to give your own example based on what we discussed last time and from our today's examples. Who would like to go first?
I'd like to go first, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
The secretary is asking questions repeatedly.
Correct. Next.
She's looking for her wallet.
That's right. It's in present progressive. Next.
We are having dinner.
Correct. Lastly,
I am playing badminton.
that's correct. So now, for our generalization, when do we use present progressive affirmative?
Ma'am, I have an answer.
Go ahead.
So I think we use present progressive affirmative in describing an action in progress. In short, in short term or temporary actions. And lastly, to suggest future that is going to happen in the future.
That's right. So it seems like you really understand our lesson for today. So if you don't have any questions, let's call it a day. Goodbye, everyone. See you next meeting.
Goodbye,
Goodbye and
ma'am.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you po.